Hi, this is Kerry Artek with Wicked Stocks, bringing you the daily Tesla report. We're going to continue it all the way through October once again, and this one is for Monday, October 3rd, 2022. Just please, once again, click like every time you watch these videos. It does help us out with regard to being found on YouTube with their algorithms and such. If you haven't subscribed to the Wicked Stocks YouTube channel, please do so and share. Share this video with your colleagues, your friends. The more we get out there, the more we like it. So let's jump into Monday's daily Tesla report. I will show that we had an objective, a near-term objective that is long-term support today at 263.71 to 265.09. We slipped below this area marginally. It was a hold. It can continue to hold actually through October. And from here, that 331.33 longer-term channel top is in reach, possibly by the end of October, over the next 3 to 5 weeks or so. We do need to rally, get up and over certain key upside levels that I'm going to show in a moment. But let's continue with the downside possibility. We are in the midst of longer-term sell signals in the SPY and the triple Q, which I do, by the way, on a daily basis. And so, I'm not sure, obviously, if Tesla's going to follow through and continue south. Its signal would be a settlement below 263.71 today. Now, if we break or open today below 263.71, expect at least 254.97, where we could bottom out on an intraday basis. But, if we open clearly below 263.71, I think that there's the possibility for 248.03 on an intraday basis. And that is a 5/8 downside retracement from the May low against the August pullback high, 248.03. If we gap lower, we don't even have to gap lower. We can just open below 263.71, and selling pressures can sort of pour in right out of the gates. 254.97 expected quickly, like probably in the first hour. We could bounce off of there nicely, but as the day wears on, 248.03 in reach, where we can place a daily low. Now, as I've been mentioning, if we do close below this rising two-thirds speed line at 263.71, in conjunction, of course, with this horizontal channel bottom at 265.09, if we settle below it, we could, with this kind of volatility, perhaps, by the end of the week, test this very simple trend line at 231.87. This was part of a wedge formation that you could see developed earlier in the summer, and consequently, we did a close above it, and that set off. That wasn't the only reason we rallied. We actually tested long-term support in May, which I'll show in a moment. In fact, if we close below 263.71 today, I think there is cause to consider a retest of long-term support over the next 2 to 3 months, and that would take us to this weekly chart, actually. This pretty much says it all to the downside in terms of the big picture. Closing below 263.71, we have a long-term sell signal down to the 189.01 descending channel bottom, which we tested actually in May. At the time, we'd put out a Tesla video in April that was predicting a test of this channel bottom and that it could contain quarterly selling pressures, and it did. And it is in reach again if we close today below 263.71. On the way down, of course, we have the May low of 206.85. We could double bottom there for a week, perhaps a month, possibly longer. But I would hold out perhaps for the 189.09 descending channel bottom. And this is a 2 to 3 month target if we close today below 263.71. I think I've outlined the downside pretty well today. Let's take a look at the upside. Once again, we have this as a base of support, 263.71 to 265.09, able to contain selling through October, and above which the 331.33 channel top is in reach over the next full month, 3 to 5 weeks or so of activity. Now, for the day itself, I do have a descending channel top presently at 283.12. So if we open higher on the day and continue higher, first of all, I've got 274.58 as an intraday resistance level that can contain intraday buying pressures. And we could fall off from there back into the mid 260 perhaps on an intraday basis. But if we push or open, I'm not expecting an open above 274.58, but if we push through it, 283.12 is expected as an intraday objective. I will say that holding above the 263.71 to 65.09 area should yield 283.12 by tomorrow's close anyway, over the next day or two. 283.12, a simple channel top, able to contain daily buying pressures. I think I have a better representation of it here. Let me see which one I'll show you. This one. Here we are. 283.12 in reach over the next day or two above the 263.71 rising speed line. 283.12 if tested today, and once again it becomes an intraday target if we push or open above 274.58. The 283.12 level able to contain daily buying pressures, and we could fall off from there into tomorrow back into the mid 260s again. Closing today above 283.12 indicates a test probably tomorrow of this 298 descending channel top, this extreme channel top. I have that as a 2-star resistance. It's actually in correlation increasingly this week with, where are you? This former long-term channel bottom. Do you remember this? If you've been watching the daily Tesla report for more than the last couple of weeks, you know that this is a significant channel structure. In fact, when we started the Tesla report coming out of Labor Day weekend, this area was tested. We'd mentioned how it could contain selling on a monthly basis. We got a nice rally off of it. And then about a week and a half ago, we clearly settled below it. We opened below it one day, continued south. It did contain buying pressure subsequently over the following several days. It is rising through the week. 291.12 actually converges with this descending 298.12 channel top on Wednesday. So if we get a significant rally today, and if today or tomorrow we close above the 283.12 channel top, then we're looking for this 290s. By that point, it'll be mid 290s, 291.22 to 98.12, converging over the next couple of days. And this is kind of the scenario I'm sort of outlining. Keep in mind that holding above the low to mid 260s, 63.71 to 65.09, will keep this 290s resistance in reach by the end of next week or sooner. And as I said earlier, the 331.33 channel top over the next 3 to 5 weeks. So, you know, closing above 283.12 today, long shot today, but certainly possible tomorrow. Then on Wednesday, the day that these two converge, 91.22 to 98.12, able to contain buying through the balance of the week. That's why I have it weighted as a 2-star resistance. Overall, let me jump to this chart here. This is what I'll leave you with. Holding above 263.71 to 65.09, our bottom picking territory. I guess I could outline, if you're a 2 to 3 week position trader, for instance, it would be 310 calls you may consider buying right now that don't expire for at least 3 weeks. And if you're more of a 3 to 5 week, kind of a bigger picture trader, a near-term investor perhaps, it would be, say, the 330 calls, the 325 calls that you would be looking to buy that don't expire for at least, I would say, a couple of months, because you want to preserve that delta on the way up. You want to be less susceptible to time decay. And so you don't want to buy, you know, a 325 call that expires in 3 or 4 weeks. You could be completely correct on the directional move and not see anything in return for all your hard-earned investing and trading. So that's the upside. And then once again, if we close today below 263.71, the 231.77 level in reach, possibly within the week, and over the next 3 to 5 weeks, 206.85. And as I showed earlier, I'll show it here again. No, that's not it. Here we are. Where are we? This is it. 189.01. If we close today below 263.71, the route continues, and we should see over the next 2 to 3 months, by the end of the year, the 189.01 channel bottom once again. I think that's really all I need to say for Monday's Daily Tesla Report. I'll be back again tomorrow with Tuesdays. Please click like and subscribe if you haven't. You have a great day.